Good afternoon, D&D TikTok and barbecue TikTok and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Barbecue. Let's get it done. As always, this series is inspired by the popular Roll for Sandwich series by AdventuresinAardia. Today's episode is sponsored by Mesquite Country Beef. Mesquite Country Beef offers meat that's healthy and wholesome, just the way nature intended. Today, we're working with some cow tongue. If prepared right, cow tongue can be such a tender and juicy piece of meat. So we got these cleaned off and we're throwing them into a soup pot. We're throwing 8 to 12 cups of water over the top until they're covered. Then we're adding about 3 tablespoons of W sauce. Boil it down for 3 hours on low, and then we're going to go ahead and let these cool and peel off the outer layer of skin. Now that we have our tongue prepared, it's time to roll for binder. 4. Steak sauce. Okay, today we're going to be using A1 steak sauce. You know the drill, add a little bit and make sure that entire tongue is covered. Now that we have our tongue covered in steak sauce, it's time to roll for rubs. 4 Killer Hogs and 7 Daly's Barbecue. We have 9 Killer Hogs rubs, so let's roll for rubs. 4, and we got Jam and Jerk Caribbean seasoning. I've been looking forward to trying this rub. We're going to go ahead and coat every side of this tongue. Let that rest for 15 minutes, and now it's time to roll for Daly's. 5 Detroit Style Steak. I do like this rub. We've let that tongue rest, and now it's time to add that Daly's rub. Once you're done seasoning, we're going to let it rest for another 15 minutes. While that's resting, we're going to go ahead and roll for the Char Griller Grill Roll. 2 Grand Champ. Alright, let's see what type of wood we're smoking with today. 2 Applewood. Not a bad combo. This is not a bad combo. Now this is already cooked, we're just trying to hit it with about 5 hours of smoke. And of course, in the middle of a windstorm, the power goes out. So, while we're getting our flashlight set up, it's time to cut into this tongue. We've let this rest for about 15 minutes, and now it's time to give it a good slice. I can already tell that this is going to be a juicy one. We're cutting this into slices, and of course, we've got to admire that smoke ring. This is perfectly cooked, but let's see what the Wild Magic has to say about this. 20 Dealer's Choice. I think this is best case scenario for me. There's only one way to enjoy a power outage, and that is tacos. We're doing another taco party. Because so many people got irritated last time, we're going to cook our flour tortilla and add that tongue. We're throwing on some Mexican shredded cheese, and then we're adding some shredded lettuce, some tomatoes, and of course those pickled jalapenos. Nice and easy. Now let's click those tongs. It's time for the D20 sauce roll. 13 Alabama white sauce. This is not a bad sauce for this type of taco. I think it's going to add a little bit of tang and definitely complement the smoky flavor of the tongue. Well, it's done. Now it's time to give it a bite. It looks good, but let's see how it tastes. Here we go. Yeah, that's delightful. I think this is how I'm making tacos from now on. The beef tongue is super tender, and that seasoning just works perfectly with that tongue. It's truly amazing how much flavor this is holding. That Alabama white sauce really added a nice tang to that beef. And of course, the lettuce and tomato really added to the freshness of this taco. But now, we gotta do the standalone bite. How's just the tongue taste by itself? Absolutely incredible. Of course, it's not my first pick, but I'm going to give this one an 8.6 out of 10 just for the beef. Overall, with the power going out, I think this taco ended up making it a really good night. So for that, we're going to give this one an 8.7 out of 10, and we're going to call this one the Innuendo Taco. And just like that, that's episode 41. Please be sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe, and as always, we'll see you at the next barbecue.